Good morning, guys. Today I'm going to be changing the element on my water heater, and this is how everything started. So the actual trip or the breaker switch kept tripping and tripping and tripping I believe it's like every 2 to 3 days it kept tripping. So I did my research, and the research showed that likely one of the elements it's bad. So what I did, I went to my local Lowe's store, and I got all the elements, I got the tools, and I have the tools that are required to change the elements. Now, there is a universal tune-up kit, which is amazing. It's universal and it's supposed to fit the water tank, and I'm going to go ahead and switch or change the whole thing. Let's go ahead and show you the tools that are needed. Okay, so here I have the tools that are required. This is the actual tune-up kit, universal tune-up kit. It comes with everything that is needed except the tools, of course. And you are going to need a Phillips head. You're going to need a screwdriver to use this special tool here to be able to go ahead and take this out. Okay, so those are the tools that are needed. In addition, you will need a hose, and you will also need to turn off the actual breaker or electricity to the water tank. Make sure that the power is out. Make sure that the water tank is empty. Make sure that you cut off the water going into the actual water tank. You also have to release the pressure from it, and I'm going to show you step by step how to do this. And let's go ahead and see how we exchange this. All right, follow me. Okay, guys, let's go ahead and recap. I'm going to go ahead and start emptying the tank, the water heater tank. And first thing I did, I turned off all the power. Number two, I went ahead and got all the tools. I went to my local Lowe's and I got the kit. I have all the tools with me. I also have the hose attached to the water heater. I turned off the water source to the water heater, and we are going to go ahead and start the process, okay? So, right here, I have the hose attached to the water heater, and there is a flat, right here, there's a flat head screw, and I'm going to start turning that, okay, to start emptying the tank. So let's go ahead and try that. Okay, let's go ahead and do it. Okay, all right, so it only took a few turns. So then I got the hose right here. Let's follow the hose. And it is draining some. It's draining some, but I also need to take the pressure off. There is a pressure valve here. I'm going to go ahead and open that too. And there is some water coming off. The pressure valve is right here. Okay. and only a little bit of water came off. Let's go ahead, follow the hose once again. And there's only a little bit of water coming out, so you guys can see that. A little bit of water coming out. Something that I did earlier today too, I went ahead and opened the faucets inside, and I went ahead and opened the faucets to make sure that, you know, everything was empty, all the hot water was empty, and it seems to be empty now. All right, let's go ahead and move on to the next step. And the next step is going to be taking at least the first element out, and I'm gonna start with the top one. Okay, I'll go ahead and start with the top one right here. I'm gonna take the screws off. I think it's already loose because I've been checking it. Okay, and then you have this here. Okay, I need to make sure that the power source is completely off. I already turned off the breakers, but I'm going to check the voltage. Okay, so let's go ahead and get the voltmeter. Okay guys, so I got the voltmeter here, and I'm gonna turn it to about 200 volts. The power source for this water heater is 240, so let's go ahead and do that. If you guys can see that, it shows 0. So let me put the camera right here for a minute. Okay, and let's go ahead and check the power source. So I got here and here, and the power source is 0, completely off. I'm gonna put it at about 500. Same thing here. It is 0. Okay, so the next step is to remove the element, but you have to remove the cables from here. So I'm gonna go ahead and remove that. Okay, right here. So just a little bit here. Okay, I'm gonna put this right here. I'm gonna put this like this. And for reassurance, I like to take a picture so I know how everything is looking. I'm gonna go ahead and take a picture here. All right, this is how it's supposed to look. All right. Then I need to remove the element. Okay. And I'm gonna use that tool that I got. So this is the tool that I'm gonna be using. Okay. This tool was about $8. So, okay, so it fits nice there. And I'm going to use this screwdriver. It's a little bit on the tight side. Okay, so the water is out, and this is how the old one looks. It is corroded. Oh, I can see the issue here. It's all corroded there. Okay, and this is how the new one looks. Make sure you have the gasket here. Okay. Blue. So something that I noticed, that the one that had the star is the one that had the blue power. So I'm gonna make sure it matches. Okay. Let's go ahead and I'm going to go ahead and install the new one. So if you guys can see that, make sure that you have the gasket, okay? The gasket has to be in place. I'm gonna go ahead and turn it here. All right, okay. So we have that going. I'm going to start putting that there. Okay, just snug. It is pretty snug there. Okay, now I'm going to use the screwdriver and tool. Let's make sure it's nice and snug. Okay. Snug. Okay. All right. So on my old one, the one with the star was the blue, and the one with the without the star had the yellow. I'm gonna keep it. One. So I'm gonna go ahead and put it here. Okay. Put it there. And I'm gonna tight. Okay, and then the one without the star is the yellow. All right. Okay. All right. So I'm gonna put this right here. Put this right here. Okay. Okay. So we have that going. Now we have to do the bottom one as well. Okay. So this is the first one that I removed, and I think this was the problem. It was so corroded, it was bad. Okay, and this is, so that was the first one, and this is the second one. It's also somewhat corroded, but it was not as bad. So here we go. It doesn't look that bad. Okay, let's go ahead and do the reinstallation. There was a little bit of water left, just a tiny bit of water left. I'm gonna go ahead and empty the whole thing, because I also want to replace the electrical part of it. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay, so this is the bottom part of the tank. I went ahead and replaced the electrical part of it. I set the temperature at 125 the way it was before. So, and this is the new element. When I took this off, make sure you take a picture before you take anything off, so you can go ahead and match everything. The black wire was on the star, and the red wire was on this section that didn't have the star. So that's the same way I'm gonna put it, okay? All right, so I installed everything back in, including the white protector right here. And then on the bottom, I also installed the white protector. Everything is connected how it was before. Make sure you do all the reverse. Hook up the hose, take it off, close this right here. I closed that as well. The water source is closed. I'm gonna open it last, and then you're done. If you like this video, please click like, subscribe. If you have any questions, suggestions, or recommendations, feel free to leave a comment below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks. All right, so one last thing. I have the water heater breaker here. I'm gonna go ahead and turn it on. Turn this on. That was my last step. I have turned on the water, and now I'm gonna go ahead and recheck everything twice, okay?